Hey everyone, it's Kevin with Mallard Painting. Today I was going to do a quick video talking about using primers on cabinet doors and kitchens. And you know, we're all trying to find that miracle primer. We all want something that dries fast, that has good adhesion. And you know, like me, I'm trying to get away from using any solvent-based products. So, you know, shellac, oil, vinyl sealers, just because of the odor. A lot of us that do repaints, you know, might not want to spray an oil-based primer in somebody's house that they're living in, for a lot of reasons. One, it's a fire hazard, and two, you know, you're kind of ruining your customer's indoor air quality. So, you know, some oils will off-gas in a customer's home for, you know, 4 to 8 weeks, even up to 6 months on some products. And so we're always looking for, you know, a waterborne product that dries quickly with low odor and that crosses all the boxes. Now, one thing that we most likely cannot come up with now are water-based primers that are 100% going to block tannins. So we've all struggled with tannin bleed. So we all know water activates tannins to the surface. So when you're applying a waterborne product, you're actually helping to draw those tannins right to the surface. Now, we've effectively had products that I like to call 80% products. So they block tannins 80% of the time. And there's some species of wood that water-based primers work 100% of the time, like lacquered maple. There isn't as much tannins present in maple. So anytime I see a lacquered maple kitchen, as long as we properly clean these cabinets, we're actually going to block tannins or any tannins 100% of the time with these waterborne primers. Now there's other products like Western red oak, so we like to call it honey oak. You're gonna really have a hard time blocking tannins with Western red oak. And the only time that I'm successful is if there's several really good coats of lacquer on, because lacquer actually blocks the water from leaking into the tannins to draw the tannins to the surface. So the only spots we're going to see tannins present is anywhere where there's, you know, water damage present and the lacquer's failed, over the sink area, for instance. So over the sink area, over the years, they've splashed water over, causing the non-moisture resistant lacquer to fail and causing some exposed wood. We give it a light sanding, we prime, and what do you know, we see tannins present in those areas. So in this circumstance, we can almost get away with a few rattle cans of oil or shellac primer. You know, we can do our 2 coats of waterborne primers and then spot prime as needed after primer anywhere we see tannins present. So with that, I want to take you through my top picks for best primers for priming your cabinets, and let's get started. Okay guys, first on my list is from Sherwood, the Sherwood Gen 2 Universal Primer. This is kind of an old school product, not a lot of people know about it, but this is a fantastic 1-part product that bites really good for repaint cabinets or brand new cabinets. It dries extremely fast, 20 to 30 minute dry time, and recoat in 30 to 45 minutes. It sands really well. It's a waterborne acrylic primer, and it's very low VOC. You know, you can use this below any of your 2K polys, gallery. It's a pretty good product, universal product to go below anything. This is the cheapest of the 4 primers we're going to go over at around $60 a gallon retail, and you can probably get the price down a little bit if you negotiate with your paint rep. Availability, you know, you might have to call around and see which stores carry it, but I guarantee it's probably available at Sherwood. One little thing about this primer is it is a little bit runny. So on your vertical stuff, you know, make sure you're not dogpiling on, because it will take off on you. It's a little more runny. If you're worried about tannins, this is probably my least favorite for tannins. As it is really runny, it's going to saturate the wood and draw the tannins to the surface. This will work on a lacquered maple cabinet set just fine, as long as you clean really well. Do 2 coats and wait 24 hours before you top coat. Here is product number 2. This is a product out of Texas. CIC Coatings. They make a wonderful product called Centurion, the CW 1111 high build polyurethane primer. Now, this is a super high build product, 4 to 5 mils wet, great vertical hang. And then if you mix it, it's a 1K, 2K, so you don't have to mix it. But if you're worried about tannins, if you add 5% hardener in this and mix it up, you're going to have your best option to block tannins. I will say it's probably not 100% tannin blocking like oil or shellac would be, but very viable option. And then it's also got a 5-hour pot life instead of a 2-hour pot life, so that's kind of nice to have a little extra time to get things primed out. The hardener is a CW 4002, and this is about the same for dry time. You're probably a little longer, probably an hour to 1 to 2 hour dry time, and recoat in 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours. But a fan dries fast. Sand's really nice. 2 coats of this, there's probably barely any sanding to do after with light buffing, after your red bondo or your fill work. So this is a fantastic option. Very high build for grain fill, and probably going to be the second most expensive. This one's around $80 a gallon retail, $79.99, and if you can get it locally, you can probably negotiate with your rep on some better pricing. All right, here's my third pick, Gemini Evo. This is a fantastic primer with a great top coat as well. And Gemini's been around for quite a while. They specialize in wood coatings, and the Eclipse is a great 1K, 2K product that works really well. This is another thinner product. It is kind of runny, kind of like the Sherwood Gen 2, so both kind of similar in viscosity. So definitely don't dogpile this stuff on unless you're laying things flat. And this one dries exceptionally fast, and you can get right on sanding and right on recoating this product. It is a ultra low VOC as well, which is great. And like I said, there is a hardener catalyst that you can add to this to improve performance. And last but not least, next is, I forgot to say on the Gemini Evo, it's about $100 a gallon. And here at the top of the heap, my favorite water-based primer for tannin blocking, for high build, for how it sprays, usability. Also the most expensive of the 4 options, retail at $130 a gallon or 5 kilogram container, and $612 for a 5 gallon bucket. Woo! That's a lot of money. But this has a catalyst, 5% catalyst, and you're going to get your best tannin blocking properties. Also, you're going to get really good grain fill with this product. Renner's Italian products, Italian quality. You can put it, pretty much sticks to anything, as long as you prep properly, clean the grease, the oil, and give it a good sanding. This stuff will stick fantastic. And this stuff is good below almost anything. It's a good universal primer, 2-part, and so at 130 bucks a gallon, this is my preferred pick here, you know, for the ultra high end. I think if I were to have to, you know, sacrifice a little quality, I cannot get this locally. So, you know, I'm a big fan of, you know, Centurion, Evo, and the Sherwood Gen 2, all I can purchase locally, and sometimes I just need to grab some primer fast. But when I have an ultra high-end kitchen and I want the best performance possible, I order in Renner, and that's my top pick. Alright, I hope you like this. I hope I'm helping you find the perfect primer for your project. Give them all a shout out. If there was a primer that I missed that you think I should check out, there's definitely some other primers that are on my list. I just don't use them. So I wanted to do some of the top products that I use that I've found over the last decade painting cabinets, and hopefully I've helped you find something. If you've found value in this video, please subscribe and give me a like and give me a comment if there's a primer I missed, or what's your favorite primer out of the 4. Let me know. Have a great weekend, everyone.